Race is about to begin. This is pretty freaking rad. How you guys feeling? Stoked?
Excited.
All right. It's the big day.
Yeah. Missing my family, but stoked to be here.
Hey.
Oh,
Best
thank
I got.
you.
Yeah. All right. You guys be safe, all right? We'll see you in 40 miles or so.
Great to see so many new drivers. We have a handful of drivers from Idaho this year, which is pretty cool to see that that industry going off there and bringing on some of these trophy trucks.
Trucks broke down at mile marker, or race mile, what, 13-ish? We lost radio contact with him. Finally got a hold of the weatherman, and he located the truck and gave us directions on how to get there. So we are gonna go try to fix the truck. So we're only about 1% done with this sucker. We got a ways to go.
Got it!
Sides up high is keeping this up.
I think because, yeah, it's tilted.
What are you going to the level? To top of the level?
That's what I was wondering. Is there enough tranny fluid to get it up there now? If there's enough fluid to get it up there, let's try to get it on level ground for sure. Oh, chapstick. Everything's clear under the truck. The left rear sway bar is still unhooked, but that don't matter.
Got the oil.
That's close enough.
Bring that.
The hood's down there.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Oh, they're bringing it. Have them kill it again so I can talk to people. Perfect. Yeah, well, I mean, it's almost in right now. It's now that it's sitting level. Yeah. We get back. All right, get. And then I'll extend the other side.
Might have to pull it off. All right, I think I'm done under here, right?
What? Plug, make sure the fan on the passenger side is plugged back in. The fan on the passenger side.
It's not. Okay, they're tight and extended.
All right, so we had a few issues. Sway bar, links weren't extended quite far enough and it flipped upside down. And some transmission issues I think we got fixed. And I'm gonna try to straighten out this bumper here, this truck. Tyler and Ricky are gonna get back in the truck for a little bit and we're gonna meet them at race mile like 25. We're chasing. And then Alex and I will get in at 25 if everything is cool.
Go ahead.
It's gonna slide up to that bracket probably.
Got to drive, brother. Yep, just a little bit.
Watch your fingers.
Go ahead. Hold it. Give her a little tug.
It moved a little bit.
Yeah, it did. That's good. Now go. Pump it. Go.
Watch yourself, Sean.
Go. Bounce. Just a little.
Okay.
Oh,
That might be good. That's pretty close.
that's good. This way.
Look at that. Pretty.
Still a little tight.
It's,
Body and fender.
whatever, dude.
We've gone 13 miles and I'm exhausted. We are back on the racetrack. We're heading to the next checkpoint. And then I think Alex and I are driving. Yep.
Low transmission. We got that topped off. We got them
Did they jump
hydrated.
Got the sway bars extended.
Sway bar extended.
And hooked back up.
Where are we at? 18?
Mile marker 929.
Yeah, that's right.
It's only 900 miles this year.
Past it.
Yeah, we're past mile marker 18. We just pulled the pan on the transmission. Show me some of them chunks. Look at my deck cap.
There you go. Catastrophic failure.
It's Baja. I mean, the $1 million trophy trucks, the same things happen to them. As far as some guys out of Idaho with some love and some passion and family and friends, you know? Thank you guys. We made it here. We started the race and hard mechanical failure. You don't have any control over that. I sound like an idiot.
No, you're good, dude. Yeah.
Family, my wife, for all the support, but the truck's done, you know? We got a lot of time to put a transmission in again.
And that was like a
Prep it for a race and
built
come out
into
more
it.
prepared, but it just takes just doing it. I mean, it wasn't the most organized thing, it's not high budget, but we came together, a bunch of guys, I don't want to say nobodies, but I mean, I'm a nobody. I've never built a trophy truck before. I know you've worked on them and been on teams, but love and passion, we're able to create this, make the race, and because of all of you guys. Stickers? Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, we got stickers somewhere.
Yeah. Transmission. Engine, that's a pretty big issue. You know, a lot of times when that stuff goes down, it's a hard broke situation. For this whole team to come together like this has been amazing. Josh and Alex coming on the team has been a tremendous help and
Sean
knowledge
and Kyle,
brought to
you
it.
flying out from Texas,
Yeah.
your expertise, your can-do attitude, your get it done, you're helping out. I know there was times it was like, hey, we need this, we need that, we need this, and it's every single person came together, every one of you, to make this happen. And it's like,
Also want to again thank Summit Racing for helping Alex and I with our suits. So that's pretty rad.
only got 25 miles on it total, or plus the 10 driving around town.
Yeah.
Where it drove phenomenally. I mean, I'll say this: it handled beautifully. It felt like a trophy truck. You'd let off it, you'd engine brake in, and hit the throttle, and bring the rear end out around a corner, and it felt great. But get the transmission rebuilt. We got a good truck. We need to rebuild the shock, and we'll look at the next race. And I'd like to invite you guys to come to that, and invite you guys to come to that, and we'll all do it together.
Absolutely.
Right on.
Passion, just pure passion and hard work.
Yep.
Yeah, we really did good. Our team's really strong. We work good together, man. You know, we get a lot of shit done. We're really
Bunch of
efficient in what
smarts
we
in a
do.
bunch of different areas.
Yeah, we all came together super well. And we get along good. And the amount of knowledge just in this group of 6 guys was really amazing on everything we
did this totally solo.
Yeah,
Totally solo.
Yeah, we had our own chase team. We had all our drivers. All of our tools were all lined up good. I mean, we really had it in favor for us, and the engine ran super phenomenal. The suspension.
That Holly Super Sniper system, I gotta say, is just snappy. Throttle, felt like all the power was there. We never got a chance to put it on a dyno and tune it, but like I'd said, we'll set the parameters pretty safe, and if we feel like we got enough power, that's good. I didn't need to milk every bit of horsepower out of the engine, because it just wasn't what we were trying to do. We're going for a finish, cruising along at a good pace, and out the gate, it felt like it. It felt like a home run. I was looking forward to handing off the truck to you guys, and then after that first tranny issue,
Just
I don't know.
component failure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not any part of the build. Just tranny problem.
Yeah.
Load it up and then go watch some racing somewhere.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever you guys would like.
do it.
You know what they say, parts left out are parts that can't break. Well, these ones were in.
Well, it's pretty expensive soapbox derby cars.
Yeah.
I think
If we can find some downhill slalom racing, I think we can do all right.
They do those Red Bull downhills in some pretty exotic places.
Because last time it was so hard to get the turn to the right.
Ready to break so you don't smash that.
Whoa. And then now we need to start hugging the right lane so somebody can get around us.
All right, so we tackled the Baja 1000, and it defeated us this time. But we'll be back.
What a monumental feat of all of us coming together as a team and really tackling what's considered the impossible. It's the longest point-to-point race in the world. It's considered the baddest mamma jamma in the world. I mean, 1,000 miles continuous point-to-point off-road. I mean, it's a lot of miles to endure. We didn't make it very far, unfortunately. None of us suspected that we were going to blow up the transmission. You know, I thought maybe a tuning problem or a bobble with the motor or something. I mean, everything else was so overbuilt for the way that we had planned on driving the truck. So it's a monumental feat. Again, I'm not saying that to shine us on or anything, but how many people even showed up? There was 19 trophy trucks, and I think we were the only one that wasn't a big budget team. And for a bunch of guys out of the Northwest, a bunch of normal guys, I'd say, out of the Northwest, where we don't have trophy truck shops and big old huge monster speed shops and all that. You know, we came together and built a truck, made it to the start line. That was a feat in itself, getting down here and taking off. The truck felt absolutely fantastic. It felt like a real deal trophy truck. All the power we needed, the braking was good, the handling was good, the suspension was good, the layout was good. I mean, I think the only real complaints that Ricky and I had was
couldn't see over the hood.
Visibility. And that's another thing is, you know, you log enough seat time, you kind of get used to knowing how far out stuff is that you can't see and just committing and seeing it. But when you're going up over a blind hill and then you go down, it just gets kind of scary. And again, more pre-running would have helped with that, is that if you have a turn right away, you know, you're going up blind and then just kind of committing to a turn and hoping there's not a sharp edge or something on the other side. But
yeah. And then especially with the speed factor, I mean, it's not like rock crawling where you can go up a blind hill, but you're going 5-10 miles an hour.
Spotter out there.
You're going 30, 40, 50 miles an hour.
Yeah. But with that, the truck felt phenomenal, other than the transmission all of a sudden giving out, and we pulled over, thought we had it fixed. We took off again. It felt fantastic for another
5 miles or so.
Yeah, 5-8 miles, whatever that was, and then just, I mean, it felt fantastic. It wasn't wobbling or beginning to fail. It was gone. We also didn't want to give up, and so it would have been continue on everything. Josh and Alex came up with the idea of, hey, if it's the pump bad on it, the torque converter, you know, let's pull them out and go and get one and put it in. And we all decided that, all right, let's continue on until it's impossible, so let's go ahead and start tearing the thing apart and see what we found. And we got the pan off and the filter and the valve body out, and it just started dumping chunks of metal, which I'm sure Josh will put in the video to show you. And at that point, there's nothing you can do. And unless you got a whole spare $10,000 transmission, which we don't have, I can't afford one. And maybe in the future, we made a contact over out in Western Washington. It's going to help me teach me how to build a transmission. Maybe I could just find a core case and purchase the parts and build it myself, and then we will have a spare. And maybe the spare is not as high quality, but at least get us something to continue on.
Yeah.
Right? But the skill and capability of you guys, all your off-roading background and wheeling and fabbing and having to come up with bush fix ideas on the spot to conquer little issues, a bunch of little things that were unforeseen to me. I have ran it before, but some things had changed. You had to add this or something had to be differently on the spot. Well, we brought all our tools, luckily, so it's out in a parking lot having to kind of fix and change things, and we made it happen. And thankfully, at least the last night, we got a little bit of sleep. Woke up in the morning and had about an hour and a half of final work to do on the truck, and then even took it out for a drive. We decided not to trail it to the start line, but drive it around town and then drive to the start line, and it felt perfect. Another thing I'll add is that we ran the Holley Super Sniper X-Flow TBI throttle body injection, and it functioned flawlessly. The throttle response, getting to see the air-fuel ratio, the water temperature, the volts, the temp sensors that we installed, all worked great. We weren't getting all of those signals onto the digital dash, which was my fault, just not understanding the programming. But we did still have all that data available on the smaller dash we ended up installing on the passenger side, the co-driver's side. Otherwise would have been the driver's reference, and then the co-driver would have had the big one. But yeah, it worked great. And again, thank you to you guys for coming together. The truck's done. It doesn't have a lot of race time on it, so we'll go home and tear it apart, prep it, put it back together, rebuild that transmission, and then we'll look at the next closest race. And I'd like to invite you guys to continue to be on the team and come race again with us. I mean, you guys are committed and invested, and hey, everybody tells me and everybody understands it that does it. It's racing. This is how racing goes. It's a mean son of a gun. Even the guys that do everything absolutely right and have endless budgets to bring up, and not to trash on someone else's misfortune, but you know, a really expensive high budget team was one in front of us, and they got put out too for a transmission before us. So it's kind of a little self feat for all of us. Is, oh, you know, we made it further than one other trophy truck, even though they didn't make it very far. It was misfortunate. We didn't care what anybody else was doing. We had our own game plan. We weren't trying to go out and win the thing. We were going for a finish. But I'll quit blabbing. Thank you guys. Thank you to Days of Pain and Victory. Kind of fits with the motto is, you know, a lot of hard work, a lot of passion, a lot of love, and sometimes you fail and you dust yourself off and pick yourself back up, and you do it again, and so is life. And look forward to the future, and everybody look out for us. Follow these guys, and you can follow their racing with us, Total Mayhem Racing. Again, thank you to Ricky Silber and his experience and background and knowledge, and I got to take the opportunity again to thank my family and all your guys' family for the love, the support. We couldn't have done it without everybody. It really is a team, family sport. It takes a village, and I couldn't be more proud of you guys. Got pretty emotional there at the end of the race. I told Josh to edit that out, but it's life and it's real, so I think it's good for people to see that, you know. And that's all I got. What about you, Josh, Alex? I mean, how do you guys feel after it? The whole adventure of wrenching before we left, the driving all the way from Lewiston, Idaho, and the going to the MP shop and wrenching there and then getting down here.
Well, like I was telling you kind of the whole time, but just like it's crazy how you can put so much work into something. Like we were busting our butts the whole time, and I was having a blast the whole time. Like, fun doesn't always equal easy. The hard work can be a lot of fun, and when it's in this racing environment, in that teamwork environment, like just
doing stuff that you love to do, it doesn't feel like work.
Right.
You know? So
It's work.
Well, yeah, it's work, but like it doesn't feel like your regular 9-to-5 job.
Right.
You know, like you're having fun, you're doing your passion. And
you
that's
might
what
be
it's all
sore
about.
and broken and whatnot, but it's still fun.
Just we came to the Baja, we wheeled it, we wrenched on it, we definitely wrecked it. So let's repeat it. Let's try again.
All right, with that, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.